This past year saw a lot of great innovation from some pretty unexpected places. We mostly covered the Nintendo Switch here on this channel because that's what you guys vote for with your eyeballs, but we also saw some great leaps forward in retro gaming as well. Today I want to talk about all of the great hardware that has sprung up within the past year. A lot of these things have made a big impact on the way that I play games. What are you doing here?
What do you mean? I'm you.
No, you're not. I'm me.
Nope, you and me, we're the same person, according to our YouTube comments anyway.
No. Get out of here.
I love my balls. My Pokeballs. These things are actually really cool. I'm not bragging about having two, one's actually my fiance's. I was so excited to replay my childhood through Pokemon Let's Go Eevee. Eevee also being my favorite Pokemon. But what I was arguably most excited about was to finally own my very own Pokeball. And I was just ready to use it within the Let's Go game itself and just throw a bunch of Pokeballs at the Pokemon and catch them in an all new way. What I never expected was how awesome this thing was gonna work with the Pokemon Go app, which I actually really do love Pokemon Go. So I hooked it up to my Pokemon Go app, just wanting to try it out, and oh, let me tell you, it is a heaven send. As long as your Pokemon Go app is running somewhere in the background in your pocket or in your car, this thing will beep and buzz at you every time a Pokemon or a Pokestop is nearby. And at the touch of a button, you're spinning those stops and you're catching those Pokemon. I mean, sometimes. And let's be honest, when it comes down to using your finger or a button on a bracelet or an actual Pokemon ball that you can clip to your hip while you're at the park catching Pokemon, this is a much more enjoyable experience if you're a little kid at heart like I am. I mean, I started this whole segment with a joke about my balls, so clearly I have some growing up to do, but I do really love this thing.
The Pokeball Plus also surprised me. I didn't expect to like it as much as I do. On the surface, it just looks like a controller for Pokemon Let's Go. And how dare that game have motion controls? But now, I rarely leave the house without it. Every time I'm done playing Let's Go, I make sure to take one of my Pokemon for a stroll so it's always ready to go. I can just grab it and start leveling my Pokemon wherever I go. The Joy-Con isn't exactly ideal for 2D games. It's got this sorry excuse for a D-pad. Hori actually has a very creative solution for this. It's basically a gutted Joy-Con. No rumble, no motion controls, no wireless, nothing. Just buttons. So you can only use it in portable mode, but that's really the only way you'd want to use this thing anyway. There are way better controllers out there if you want a wireless solution, but for just portable mode, this is a super smart and really inexpensive option. Plus, it looks super dope with my gold Joy-Cons.
This is the Satisfye grip for Nintendo Switch, and if you have big meaty hands or you just hate the way the Joy-Cons feel so you rarely play in portable mode, this might honestly change everything for you. And I say that as someone who thought I would never need something like this and never use anything like this. During really long gaming sessions with my Switch, my hands used to cramp. I'm talking like after a few hours, but with this thing, that never happens. To start with, it makes you feel like you're holding a very long Xbox or PlayStation controller, and it's extremely comfortable. Also, if you're looking to play your Switch on the table and you hate the default angles of the kickstand, this actually stands it up nice and straight. And it's very stable. Nothing is knocking that over. And the final thing I only really thought about today, and especially if you have a brand new Switch, when you're playing with this thing, your fingers rest here. Why is that a big deal? Well, I've had my Switch since launch, and around those areas where my fingers usually sit are very worn down and discolored, but when I use the grip, my grimy waffle hands don't grease up the back of the system. The creator of this grip also made a case for it that holds the Switch, and it's so quality. These things are almost freaking bulletproof. They will protect your Switch and your grip. The fabric and texture on them is quality as well. You got space for a ton of games. You have pockets for other stuff, like maybe a charge cord if you're going traveling. So yeah, there's that.
I rarely take the Satisfye grip with me while I'm traveling because I already take a lot of and I don't need to add more toys to that. But whenever I'm playing the Switch in portable mode, it's always in the back of my mind, especially as my thumb starts to cramp up about 30 minutes into that play session. I talk about the 8BitDo SN30 Pro a lot on this channel. I work it into every video that I can because I think it's that great, and I can't stress that enough. It's the best D-pad you can get for the Switch, period. And if I don't work it into a video, you guys ask me about it anyway. The Game Boy edition that came out this past year is my new favorite because the D-pad is slightly different. It's a little bit harder feeling. I'm gonna save you the redundancy and just leave it at that, but if you wanna know more about the 8BitDo SN30 Pro, you can just watch this video that I'll link to in a card right over here. The GCHD is a little device that you plug into the back of your GameCube to get the highest native resolution possible. That means the best possible quality from the original hardware. But Bob, the GCHD isn't original hardware. First of all, shut up. Second of all, Nintendo used to sell component cables for the GameCube that had a little tiny chip in them. Those cables are rare, and now you'd be lucky to find one for $300. Now, for half the price, Eon made an HDMI version. This will get you nice, crisp 480p straight out of the GameCube, and it fixes some of the ugly color problems that the component cables and other upscalers have. I did make a video on this too, but since then, they've released the GCHD Mark II. The Mark II adds an additional output for Wii component cables if you prefer a component output and don't want to shell out the hundreds of dollars for the GameCube ones. And the Mark II outputs video to both ports simultaneously, if you need that for whatever reason. They've also added a 3.5mm audio output, which doubles as a mini Toslink port, which is the first time that I've ever heard the word mini Toslink. Yes, this is all overkill. But when you consider that the alternative is a $300 cable, then suddenly this seems like a great value. And a great step forward for gaming on a GameCube. I know this has helped out the Melee community a ton.
This is the Pokemon Waffle Maker. It was a Christmas gift from Kim, and we were very excited about this only $20 purchase because we love breakfast foods. I'm actually usually a pancake guy. I am now realizing that I probably should have sprayed that first, and then that was way too much. So we're gonna... I'm not sure if that like is supposed to clip down at all. Maybe should have done a test run. It's definitely leaking over the edge, but that's okay. I never said I was a chef. I'm just using the waffle maker. So the light has gone green and it's steaming a little. So let's see if it's, well, it's a waffle. Hey, wow, that worked really well. Damn. I'm gonna try another one with a little less. Uh-oh, I messed up again. Who's not a chef? I'm not a chef. I love it. It's in the shape of a Pokeball. I'm gonna leave this one in a little bit longer. I mean, I got mine at GameStop for 20 bucks. If you want to surprise your kids, this is awesome. Wow, that one's perfect. That's so good.
No. You couldn't find anything better than that to talk about?
Couldn't find anything else to talk about? What are you talking about? Look at this.
A waffle iron? I just talked about a GameCube upscaler for like 2 minutes, and you're talking about a waffle iron?
What, do you not like waffles? Here, you try some of this and tell me it's not good.
Okay, it's pretty good. Last but not least, we have the Brawler 64 controller by Retro Fighter. My #1 complaint about the N64 is that horrific excuse for a controller. 3D was in its infancy, and Nintendo clearly didn't know what they were doing when they designed that thing. Luckily now, a whole 22 years later, the minds over at Retro Fighters finally brought the N64 into the modern day with a controller us future men can finally wrap our heads around. Now I refuse to play the N64 any other way. This is significantly more comfortable. The first batch of controllers they made had a manufacturing issue. If you press the analog stick towards the top left corner and press the L button at the same time, they would collide. It's very strange, but luckily the company offered replacement parts for free that will fix this issue. I just haven't done that replacement yet because I'm too lazy. Also, they're now re-releasing them with atomic colors. It looks like it was kickstarted in 2017, fulfilled in early 2018, and then re-kickstarted with the atomic colors in late 2018, and finally going up on Amazon within the next week. Everybody and their mother already has a video on it, so I'm counting it as last year's release. it's definitely something worth checking out. A serious improvement to an old technology. So what do you guys think about all this video game hardware that we've played with within the past year? And special thanks to my Australian Ben Riley for finally stopping by the channel. A lot of people say that we look alike, but personally I don't see it at all. My eyes are clearly greenish.
I don't care what color your eyes are. I still think they're beautiful. Also, I don't know who Ben Riley is. What? Thank you for having me on the channel, guys. I really appreciate it. I had fun. It was super awesome. And if you want to see Wulff Den over on my channel, we also did a video today about the Switch games we've been playing lately. And also, I'm not bragging by having all of this on the table. Wulff Den and I are actually giving them away. So make sure to check those links down below and also the links down below in my video from today. You might win a case or a grip and a case. Who knows? Anyway, thanks for having me, Wulff Den. I appreciate it.
Also, while I have you here, now is probably a good time to let you know that that little bit that you stole from me in the Cave Blazers video that you just ripped from my video and put in your video, that little After Effects bit, that was a template that cost me about 20 bucks. So I thought since you used it, I'm just gonna Venmo charge you 10 bucks for that. So it'll take like 2 seconds. Wood, are you there? Anyway, let me know what you guys think about all the stuff we talked about. Leave it in the comments below. At me on Twitter or Wood on Twitter and all of this other social media garbage. Of course, we got new videos and live streams all the time. Our schedule is in a pinned tweet over on Twitter. We got live streams here on YouTube and we got live streams over on twitch.tv/WulffDen. I've been playing a lot of Smash Brothers. Please come check that out. Please come fight me. It's a good time. You can also become a member here on YouTube or support us over on Twitch for free using Twitch Prime. If you have Amazon Prime, then you join our supporter-only Discord. You get videos like this early. You get to play games with us every once in a while. It's a good time, but you don't have to do that. There's also Wulff Den apparel, but you don't have to buy anything from there either. The most important thing that you can do to help support us is just subscribe. That's it. And share this video with a friend who will benefit from any of the stuff that we talked about. Like, for example, if they like waffles or something. I don't know. Thank you very much. Have a good week.